Hello, it's still Saturday. I didn't go to any garage sales because I couldn't find any. I wasn't really looking because I'm really not interested because I got no room for any more stuff, have I? But I got some Rhinocort for my sinuses. For those who don't know me, I'm a 60 plus year old woman who resells, but you also listen to all my blah blah in life, okay? I got Rhinocort, snorting it like there's no tomorrow, not working at all. Ended up going to the health food shop. I was looking at collagen powder, because collagen powder is really good for your skin and makes you look beautiful, and it's good for your bones. So I ended up getting this brand. I'll let you know how I go with it. Apparently it doesn't taste gross. It doesn't have a taste at all. But I want to make my skin, I don't want to age. I'm aging and I don't want to age too fast. I want to slow it down. It's also good for my bones. I want to strengthen my bones. Anywho, so I got that. And as I was going through the checkout, I said to the young girl, I got really bad hay fever. She said, you should ask the naturopath. She makes up a solution of stuff. I got it the other day, really bad hay fever, and I took it, what she gave me, and it worked. So in this bottle was the most foulest tasting stuff you can possibly think of. It's like that. I swear it's got alcohol in it because it made me a bit floaty in the head. I'm very weak alcoholic, by the way. I don't drink because I don't need it. I don't need that much. But anyway, I did all that. But I don't know about you guys who resell, but for me who resells, I find it really, really hard to find to buy new clothes. But I did. I went and bought some brand new jeans. Shocking, but I'm sick of wearing the same two pairs I've got, and I love my jeans. I'm just a jean wearer. I love my jeans. So I've got some really nice jeans with the button up front, which I love, because my Levi's had the button up front and they died. So I'm looking for more Levi's with the button up front that fit me. Anyway, I got some jeans, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to go home sometime today. I'm just enjoying having nobody granning me. So I'll talk to you soon, guys. I might end up just listing some stuff and do the photos later. I've got all the DVDs there, and I've already taken photos of the jeans, so I might draft up some of them before I go home. Just the piece. I don't have anyone, and they're all fine. Don't worry, they're not little babies. Well, the little babies are there, got their parents, but they're all big individuals now. Like, I don't have to worry about them. But anyway, picked up my husband's script as well. I'm going to leave it at that for now, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, it's Sunday morning. I've just come down to the shed. This is another reason, my beautiful itcher, something has been eating at my picture that was not there the other day. This has happened over the last 2 days when I haven't been down here doing stuff. I'm so ticked off, and this is why I need a storage shed to put my stuff in where it's safe. I'm listing. I just took photos of all these old army toys. They're from 1970s, and how do I know? They've got Hong Kong written on the back, which is a big, 60s, 70s type of thing. But also, in here, and I'm looking through the camera so I can't see what I'm looking for. Hang on. In here somewhere, 2 toy cars, buried. There we are. There's one of them there. Army trucks, 1975 and 1976 is the other one. Anyway, they're on my eBay store, so yeah, they're going to be up there shortly. But also, I quickly showed you this the other day at the shed. Then they're selling. I've seen one go up. One was listed for 200 something, but they're selling for around the $100 mark. I think I paid $20 if I remember rightly. But the coins are awesome. But what's the point of them? They're not going to do me any good. I sort of need your input. Should I wait till the next Olympics and then sell it? Because everyone's all Olympic mad, or shall I sell them now? But they're all from the 2000s, centenary, whatever it was, all with the Queen's head on the other side of them. They're very cool if you're right into all that Olympic stuff. Ooh, they're very cool. So I'm going to be listing all those. The swimming ones, is that swimming? No, it's gymnastics. Badminton, oh yeah, fencing, softball. So that's pretty cool, isn't it, guys? It's got one for everybody's, whatever they enjoy doing. But I want to show you something interesting that I had in my stash, and I probably picked it up. See this head? I picked it up a long time ago. I remember picking it up in an op shop somewhere in the past. Excuse my messy jewellery. I haven't done anything with any of this for a couple of days. The human head mind. I'll just show you some of the soles. It's got crazing on it, but it sort of suits the brain. The brain looks crazy when you see it in life. But yeah, it's really cool. So I'm going to show you some of the soles on that. I'll take photos of that now too. Share a few more things I'm selling in case something grabs someone's attention. I've just listed all these little cameos. I have got more cameos. I've got black ones and more antique ones as well, but these are just little, probably from the 70s, most of them, maybe 80s, but 70s. So more modern, I call it. I don't call it. I have a hard time calling things vintage when it's 80s, 90s. To me, vintage to me is, you know, even 60s and 70s I call more, and 80s I call more retro. But anyway, apparently vintage to many. So that's just been taken photos of. And also this, it's a nurse's clock, I think. It's supposed to have a hanging thing here, so I don't know. It's quite a decent size, as you can see, and it works well, as you can see. So I have that listed. I have seen them go for good money, but I can't find I should have taken a photo of it. I can't find it, this particular one now, but I have seen them in the past, so I've got to find it before I list it. But yeah, that's a really good one. And I'm also going to try reselling him. It's a little brass horse unicorn, and in America they're talking about a lot of people buying brass stuff, copper. I think it's copper actually for kitchens. I got brass and copper mixed up. But anyway, I'm going to try and see if someone wants to buy him. Try it. Do you ever look at old cricket bats and old tennis rackets and think, nah, not worth anything? Always check the labels. These are Oliver's. They're old vintage. A lot of people collect the vintage to have on their wall. They also recraft them. This one's in bad condition, as you can see. But collectors don't care about any of that. I sold a bat not long back, cricket bat. I paid $3 for it, and I made over 100, I think, for it. So keep an eye out for some of these old sports equipment. Footballs as well. I sold one for heaps of money, only paid $3 for it, and it was over $100 I sold it for, because it was an old one. So it's worth having a look at that sort of stuff. I'll see how it goes. You'll find out when it sells. Hi everybody, I've been a busy girl all day. I've done cans and toilet cleaning and blah blah blah, but anyway, and drafting and photos and all that sort of stuff. But and I started a video, which you've already seen. But I'm sitting in my other shed. This is the other shed, a shed that is, the other shed is, my grafting shed is nearly empty. This shed is full. It's got a lot of my granddaughters, 2 granddaughters got stuff in this area, and the rest of it's stuff that I've got to get rid of. I really made a mess of my life. Really have. I'll get it through it eventually. Anyway, I'm sitting here going through well, I just went through a box with clothes, and I've split it up into, well, I'm going to check the thingy, the tags to see if they're worth something. There's a Laura Ashley jacket in there that was new, tag. There's a whole heap of stuff I'm going to give to somebody, and there's stuff for the op shop. I can't even talk today. My hay fever's basically gone, but I've had a sore throat, coughed all night, and a headache at the moment. So I've got to get stuck into some water because my kidneys are really hurting lately. So I've got to drink more water before I see the doctor again. But anyway, I'm sitting here with this box of jeans, and I've come across a pair of jeans called R Marks, and I just found out they're just a Chinese fashion brand. So they'll go to the op shop. But yeah, this is my next box of jeans, not to mention the jeans that I just did the other day. I've put some in the wash today. But also the 2 boxes of jeans at the shed at home that I've got to go through yet. But I'm in a sort of a jeans mood at the moment. I've got so many things in my draft at the moment too that I've got to go back through and redo. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just doing that. Now I've got a pair of jeans here that are AK Demire, and they've got brand new tags on it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't know what you're doing. It's a beautiful day. There's no rain. We've had all our front yard, and I might show you one day, all our front section where our cars are parked has now got crusher dust on it, so it's not muddy anymore, so that's great. Just got to wait for the grass to grow through again if it does. But yeah, I'm just feeling a bit blah blah at the moment, and I thought I'd just jump on and say hello. I'd rather be doing something more fun, like unpacking jewellery or something, instead of sitting here surrounded by stuff that I don't need or want. And at the very, very back, and you can't even see, it's so dark back there. Oh, there, look at that. The very, very back section of the shed. Very, very back section is stuff that I own. It's like vintage clothing in my collection, and hat boxes and stuff. And in the middle section, stuff I've got to sell. It's not embarrassing. This, I don't know how it happened. I really don't know how it happened. This shows how mentally sick I am. I was, and I still am a bit, but I'm sort of not going up shopping to help with my therapy at the moment, so not like I used to. But anyway, that's me for now. I'll catch you soon. Good morning, beautiful people. It is a Monday morning. It's 7:30 or something. I've been up for ages. Anywho, I just spent 20 minutes looking for my phone, which I'd left in the car. I swear I brought it down to the shed. Anyway, beautiful sunny day today, and I'm going to do a lot in the shed. I'm being left alone by everybody at the moment. They know I'm not in the mood for any of their capers, so I'm getting a lot done. More downstairs than up. That's upstairs is their territory now because I've quit trying to clean up after all the adults in the family. They can do it. Anyhow, I am in my shed. My shed is an absolute pigsty mess, and I'm trying to get things organised. I've got this all the stuff I've got to go through, except for the boxes at the back of my daughters. I'm putting shelving on that wall there, down that side there, then another one across there, and another one here. I've had to move all the kids' stuff I don't use. So I'm going to put crockery on that wall because I don't hang out really, and I'm trying to get rid of it, and then I'm going to work it out so I've got designated shelving for each of the items I have, because at the moment I can't function. That's why I ended up yesterday going in the car, taking a heap of stuff to measure, a heap of clothing to measure, and drafting it in the car. And now I've got 31 items, and I did a lot last night till like 11 o'clock. I did all my jeans, nearly all my jeans except for some I left in the car from yesterday when I went to the shed. But I've got 31 items I've got to take photos of today. 31 items. But in the process of my ADHD brain, I cannot stop. I've got to also want to do shelving and take photos of other stuff and redo photos of some things. But last night I got nearly all. I've only got 2 question sections left on my business course thingy that I've got to do that I'm a bit stuck on, because one of us asking for my strengths and weaknesses. Weaknesses I can go. Strengths on the other hand, some of my strengths are my weaknesses as well, so I'll probably put them in both columns. Anyway, this is what I'm thinking. This is still hanging here, so ignore that. I'm thinking of painting this wall white. I end up getting some of those one of those white, you know, those thick things that still hooks that stick, because that nail is just stupid. I'm thinking about doing that, but that's more work in my load. You know, should I just put a white sheet up there for now? I don't want to cry on it. I need some more hands on board instead of me doing it all alone. Another thing we've got issue, my grandson's down in this section, as you know, and something upstairs is leaking. So we've got to deal with something upstairs. I think it's the kitchen area. I went up to have a look under the sink, couldn't see it. So it's something under the kitchen cupboard probably, which we want to demolish. We want to demolish our kitchen eventually if we ever can afford to. But I noticed there's a little spot on the like looking up, you can see the floorboards and there's a bit of rotten area. So maybe there's been a leak there for a long time and it's only now just started to explode. So it's drip, drip, drip. And I don't know, I can't do noise. I cannot do noise. That's why, and don't tell anybody, I slept in the car for the last 3 nights because it's so quiet. And I like it. It's so nice and quiet. So don't rib me about that at my age, but I'd rather do that than listen to all the noise. But yeah, the noise in here, like a drip, drip, drip. I've come down to the shed and I'm walking around doing stuff, and all I can hear is this drip, drip, drip. That was sitting me bananas. Typical male can sleep through the lot. No offense, guys, but you know you can, and that's true. So I just stuck a towel down there just to absorb some of that drip, drip, drip. What is it? Chinese torture treatment? Yeah, they'll do me in really quickly. But that's it for now. I am going to get back into this, see how far I get, and I'll come back. Who remembers the good old day, when my husband said to me, "You can have this whole shed, bottom shed to yourself," said he. Well, no, I'm trying to, I'll show what I'm doing, what I've just done. See, I'm emptying the shelf, putting all my breakables there, and I want to shift this shelf, twist that round, sort of behind this one, but twisted like going that way. So I've got this sort of walk-through area. Oh, where there's a will, there's a way. I did take some more photos of a few items I've been wanting to do for a while, just so they're ready to be can draft them up and list them. I've got all the dresses and stuff that I haven't done the jeans yet, but it's not really a really good space in here to do the jeans, so I'm going to do them outside, probably either on the grass, which I've done before and it's quite effective and they still sell. I did it on the concrete at the shed the other day, a lot of them, but I've also got this rug, this blanket I might put down, but it's got patterns on it, and I'm really not a fan of those when you make everything white background thingy that they do on eBay and stuff. I think it looks tacky. I want to see things naturally. But anyway, that's where I'm at. Like I said, I was told I could have the whole shed to myself. Little did I know it was going to flood in here. Little did I know that we're going to have to put a shed room over that side. Little did I know that he was going to put a still down here. Little did I know how much rubbish we actually owned. I know I have bulk of it, so I'm going to keep going. Old man's trying to get me pins to put, because they've got to have pins down the sides of these shelving to pin it together, the top and the bottom. And my only two I've got, I can find are bent, because that's how good I am looking after my stuff. So he's trying to find some long nails or something at Bunnings, because that leak, he knew about it, but he'd been unwell, and he's gone to Bunnings to get a new tap. That's what it's from. But I really think it's done a lot more damage than what he realises on the floor. So anywho, that's me for now. I'll see you in a minute. Quick update, 15 minutes later. There's something else I've got to show you in a minute too. I can't remember, but anyway, quick update. This is what it looks like now. I turn the camera around. This is what we've done. Okay, I hate my floors. Remember how nice they were when I painted them? Can't even gurney them now. It's like, it was a waste of time and energy and money. But anyway, this is what we've done. My grandson came and helped me push it from here, so I didn't want to undo it all, and wobbled it over to, we had it here first, and I thought, no, I want it over there, because I want to have a space I can walk into if I need to that way, and I want to have another shelf along here. And yeah, so probably here, and leave a little bit of a gap. I'm showing you, not showing you. Leave a little bit gap there, but have another unit there, while I probably keep these other units where they are, or I think. But anyway, let's see. It's not even 11 o'clock. It's not even 11 o'clock yet. I've had collateral damage. I had my chunky ring on, and I tried to lift this huge heavy box that belongs to my daughter. I'm looking after it because she doesn't live here, and she's got nowhere to store it. Tried to lift it over a cupboard because I'm an idiot, and got my finger, and everything fell. I got my finger jammed between the cupboard and the box, so I took my ring off pretty quick. But yeah, it's a bit sore. That's collateral damage for being an idiot. Everything's so horrible. But look at this. To put my table here instead, I've got a table I've had since like 35 years, something like that. So that table in there with everything on it. This is where I promised for. But anyway, there's a table in there, right? And I've had it for, kids have just lonked it there. It's been upstairs for a while because it was downstairs for ages, but it went upstairs because of the flood, and then it got wet, and it got dried, and it got sun on it, and I'm like, oh, can you please bring it down? It's cracking. Like, I don't want it ruined. So anyway, I'm thinking I might put that there for a sorting table. See, my lighting over here is terrible. Anyway, I don't know, but anyway, I was over here. Look, I've still got to admit, I need 100 people here helping me, honestly. I lifted up this really heavy box, this white one, I think it was. Yeah, the white one. And this was there, and I had another box balanced, and everything fell. So I'm just stacking at the moment. This is stacking stuff that, well, that's hers, but I'm stacking stuff that I've got a list. Oh, everything is so messy, and I can't. This is what I do, though. You guys know that. Mess. Every time I try and sort stuff, it becomes a huge, gigantic mess. Like, I wish so badly that I had a focused brain. It wasn't ADHD brain. And I also wish that I had a bit of more organisational skills and tidiness and shelving. That'd be great too. But anyway, it is what it is, isn't it? I can't do much about it. So yeah, that's just a new update that for now. I should have you live. You wouldn't have liked a little bit of bad words came out of my mouth when I did that. I shouldn't have said it, but you know, tweet, beep, 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 beep. One day this will be so organised, or I'll have another shed to have it all organised in. Because can you imagine me having to move all this if we get a flood again? Hopefully everything will sell before then. Hopefully that'll happen. But look at all my garage sales piling up, all that there after that purple stuff. They put that blanket, I mean, all that in there, all garage sale stuff, and the other stuff over there is to the op shop, but they're not taking clothes, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, see you soon. Damn it, I shouldn't have had this ring on, but I did, because I was going to take it upstairs, put it in my jewellery box, and I just realised I've snapped one of the prongs off it. It's 9 carat gold opal I picked up for $1. Didn't know it was even anything until I got it home. I just liked the design of it. I thought it was just a 70s costume ring. But yeah, I've just broken the prong, so I'm going to have to get that soldered. Bugger. For those that are new here, in my defence, a lot of this stuff, it was in storage at our old house for a couple of years while we were travelling Australia. And I didn't realise how much of it that I had been trying to sell was not worth having, put it that way. And I'm also sort of, what's that word you use? Going down to niching down a little bit more. So getting rid of stuff. I'm hoping to get rid of a lot of the crockery that I've got over here on that shelf, which my husband couldn't get pins for, so that's the way it's going to have to be, sadly, until I buy a new shelving unit and pop it up there. I might be able to get a second-hand one. So in my defence, I'm going to say that, and I have a ADHD brain, and I must have been in a a mental state of just buying stupid stuff because I like treasure hunting at op shops. And shame on me, and I am embarrassed. But you know what? You're either going to love it or hate it. You're going to either understand it or not. And I'm probably giving a lot of people eye twitches with the stuff I do. But it is what it is. And I'll continue to do it because it's what I do. But eventually I hope to have a nice organized space down here, if not in a shed, like many of the other eBay or resellers do with their beautiful, neat, tidy, lovely, no one else's junk in it shed, which it won't happen with mine because my husband's still got to go through all his crap that we've put over there. He hasn't, it's not going to happen unless I instruct him to sit down and let me do it. And that's not on my priority list at the moment. This is on my priority list. Getting this sorted enough for me to want to start going through each box, which I'm already doing, and take photos of things. But I have to say that my 90, what's that thing when you put your sales up? I jumped up from 700 to 18 or 1900. Yeah, you know, over the last night. You know what it's called? I'll put it up here because my brain's not working again. Anywho, I better get back to it. I'm sitting on one of their weight benches. I just took the little one in, but this one is going to have help because they bought weight benches and they hardly ever use it. Like, why? I need the space more than you do, guys. Oh, look, you've got to laugh, otherwise you'll cry. And I've cried enough this week and last week and the week before and this year and last year. And yeah, so I'm going to laugh because it's the only thing I can do at the moment. So I'll see you in a minute. Good news, guys. I just did a spiel and I forgot to press record again. I was just going through some junk over there. Well, everything's junk. I was going through my racks before and then I noticed a box full of stuff and I thought I'll have a quick look in there, and look what I found. Pins. My poor little finger. I found enough to put this shelving up, but what I need to do is find somewhere I can get more pins like that. Thinking maybe knitting needles, really fine knitting needles would work, cut them down. But my husband cannot get the, he brought some nails back that were too thick. Even though they were thin, they were too thick. So if anyone knows we can get something like that, but I'm happy I can put the shelving up now. Like, you know, I need something else to distract me, but you know, I should be taking photos of all the jeans, which will get done. Got it in my head, it's going to get done before it gets late. It's not even lunchtime yet, for goodness sake. Here I go. Well, look at that. 15-20 minutes later and I have proper shelving right there now. That's so good. Oh, I'm glad I looked. But I was still debating. I think the table's going to be come out too far here, so I say shelving. I'm going to put shelving there. But anyway, I thought I'd just update you. The other thing I mentioned earlier, remember I said to you, excuse this, I'm going to get it all tidy, don't stress. That I want to show you something. Remember those glasses? These glasses here that I sold the other day and then I ended up paying more extra in ship. You remember those glasses? Well, last night I'm here working. I was late. I've done a whole heap of measuring and drafting and blah blah, and I stood up and started tidying up behind everything, and guess what I found? One of the glasses has fallen over the side because I didn't bother counting how many were in the packet, did I? So I did not make a cent on those glasses. Not 1 cent. I am probably in debit because I left a glass behind and I paid extra postage. Now I'm going to debit more, but fortunately for me, I sell other things to make up for it. But I messaged him. I says, don't panic. The other glass is on its way. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, that's my life. Anyway, I'm going. Bye. It's 1:20 in the afternoon. The weather's going to be ick. So I put a sheet on the floor. Haven't even started doing it. There it is. The curtains, and hopefully I'll get enough light in to do the jeans because, yeah, the weather's ick. And I should have done it earlier, but I was psyched. Anyway, look what I found more. And I ended up finding more feet to stabilise it, and more pins. Some of the pins were already in the things, so yeah, stoked. I wanted it wider. I have one wide, one longer one, but I can't find the rest of them, so it's a short one like the other one was. But I could probably fit two of them in there if I could find enough more pins. They're in somewhere. Anyway, anyhow, I'm going to do some photos of my jeans, even if I only do 5 at the moment, just so I can get them all the photos on the drafts done. So yeah, I'm also thinking is I'll put another table here next to this table, so just a short table under the window. And I've really got to fix up that mess down there with that, get a proper bench put on, like a proper top put on that bench up there, and I am planning on sorting that out next after I've done all this other stuff. But I'm very happy with everything at the moment. Don't look at that. and I've got all my jewelry together, which is whoop, whoop. Happy with that as well. So yeah, I feel accomplished. Time in ages. I always feel like I'm doing bits and pieces, but today I feel like I've got so much done. The last few days I've been able to do a heap of stuff because I'm not babysitting at the moment. So I've gone on strike for a bit. So yeah, so that's what we're doing at the moment. It's just fiddle party, but making progress, which is great. Anyway, off to do jeans. Entire site. That was a mission. I did 30 odd pairs of jeans on the floor on a sheet. I would not advise it, but I really don't have a choice. I could have done outside, but there's not really a lot of grass at the moment. A lot of rocks out there. Anyway, and the sun's gone down. Anywho, that's done. Will I sell anything with those crappy photos? We shall see. Lots of measurements done over the night. I've got about 4 items I have now to hang and take photos of, like jackets and vests and t-shirts. And I have about 4 items that I took photos of this morning that I've got to measure. 2, 3, 4, I don't know. And then I found some books that were in a box down here that haven't been listed. They were once upon a time, but not now. So I'm going to probably take photos of those if I've got enough light. Might do them over here. And then, because I've got heaps of books upstairs still, I've got heaps of books at the other storage shed up the road. So, you know, if it's looking good. Oh, did I show you this yet? I don't think I have. Hang on. I think I showed that off already. Stop showing off again. Look, I've got another shelf up, and I don't think I can put any more up yet because I've run out of bits and bits. Like, I've got heaps of the framing, but none of the, and some of the framing's missing. I don't even think it's the same colour. Oh, who cares? Anyway, look. See, now I've got room up there for more stuff, room down there for more stuff, all my crockery's up there. It's awesome. I'm really happy. And my books and DVDs are going to be on this rack. See, I've got my books happening. I've got lots more books, that's why I changed it. But I'm not doing DVDs and CDs. I don't do CDs and DVDs. I do have a lot of tape decks that I've got to go through. And I'll probably sell all of those in the bulk on the same genre. But I feel accomplished for the first time in a long time, where I think I've actually got things done other than emptying sheds. I've actually got this one getting sorted. I will put another shelf just here between that when I get another one later on. But I'm knackered. I'm going to leave the video here. It's probably getting a bit boring, a bit long, blah, blah. Did I sold anything else? Yeah, I did. I can't even show. I sold these yesterday, these glasses. And I think that's all I haven't shared with you. Yeah. Not much sales this weekend. I wanted to do what everyone else is doing. You know, I got lots of sales this week. I made $300 this weekend. That'd be like a dream for me, but obviously not happening yet. And will it happen? I don't know, because probably my items I'm not checking whether they're worth selling. I just going through stuff and going, oh, I liked it. Someone else might too. Anywho, I'm not unhappy with how everything's starting to sell. It's just slower than I want it to be. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to hope you press the like button down below. Yeah, I've got some vintage dresses I found in a box the other day that are here. I'm going to share with you soon. It's going to be a vintage one. So, and should I bring back What's Sold Wednesday, or should I call it What's This Weird Thing Wednesday? That's what I'm thinking about. Because are you happy to see what I sold during my videos, or do you want to see the old What's Sold videos like I used to do? So you know what I mean? So you let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Press the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you have subscribed, thank you. One day I'll get to 1,000. I'll be celebrating. I don't know how. I don't even drink, but I'll do a happy dance or something. I don't dance, but I might even do a happy dance for you. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye.